Hello and welcome to Chapter 285 of the DC Alliance podcast. With me, as always, is Joe. Joe, how you doing today?
Um, well, I'm awake, so that's a good sign, right?
Yeah, well, you're
I
running out
mean,
of fumes here, but we'll get you out of here
dude, I got home and I'm
as
like, all right, I'm
efficiently as
gonna.
possible.
I got off work, got home, and I'm like, all right, I got a couple things I want to do. I sat down here at the computer, and I'm like, so I actually ended up just passing out on my chair for like an hour.
Oh, geez.
Had dinner and figured come down, record this, and then I'm gonna go right to bed. I got tomorrow off of work, thank God.
Nice.
So I'll work on a bunch of stuff tomorrow. And
We got a
yeah,
short episode tonight, too,
sure, yeah.
listeners. Basically, just Peacemaker. There isn't a whole lot of news, just a couple little tidbits that we'll get into.
But how you
Uh,
doing?
I'm doing well, Joe. Weather's nice here. It's the weekend, and yeah, we got another fun Peacemaker episode to talk about. So I can't complain at all. Well, I can a little bit. I was telling you before we went live. My favorite YouTube channel that I've been subscribed to for about 8 years. They've been going since like 15. I remember when the first one I watched YouTube was the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Mm-hmm.
So this video channel started basically at the same time. I didn't find them until like I want to say like 5 years into the channel, but I watched him regularly, and it was only two of them. They went around and found old video games like from Atari all the way up to GameCube and stuff, and I really enjoyed it. It was like almost like American Pickers, and it was like really well made for the time, and it stayed well made. They continued doing it, but one of the two guys passed away yesterday, so it's quite sad. I'm a little bummed about it, not gonna lie. They were so close to 100 episodes too, so just sad. It was really quick. Only 3 weeks ago, he announced that he had a brain tumor and he's not here anymore. So, and it came out of nowhere. So just it's sad. If you want to laugh at two people that go from finding video games, give the Game Chasers video YouTube channel a check out and watch a couple videos. They are done quite well, especially some of the more current ones. Yeah, just a little bummer, but just want to say that maybe I'll get a couple people that'll end up going checking out the YouTube channel from this. So yeah, not a great thing there, but as someone you never met, but you still consume their content. So just there was a lot of free content over the years that I really appreciate it. Now let me get the network plugs out of the way, and we'll get into something a bit more fun here, listeners. So we are part of the Geek Open Alliance with 6 shows in total. On Mondays, bi-weekly is Ranger Alliance. On Tuesdays is They Walk Through the Multiverse. On Wednesdays is the Animation Nation. On Thursdays is Star Wars Alliance. On Fridays is Marvel Alliance. And on Saturdays is DC Alliance. Star Wars Alliance goes live on the Geekverse YouTube channel Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Marvel Alliance goes live Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And DC Alliance goes live Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Marvel Alliance goes live Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. But next week they're going live Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. That was the word jumble that I was trying to get out.
Travis, you're doing great.
Messed it. You're not helping me out there now, Joe. You make me crater here. I'm going to laugh. All three of those shows also have their own podcast feed. Search DC Alliance, Marvel Alliance, and Star Wars Alliance. If you just want DC content, Marvel content, or Star Wars content only. If you want all 6 shows on the GUA Podcast Network, stay subscribed to GUA on your podcast app of choice. We also have a Patreon, 2 tiers, a $1 tier and a $5 tier. The $1 tier is basically a tip jar like we're doing. You want to help us out any way you can. And the $5 tier is where you get your extras, you get your ad-free episodes, early access episodes, and Patreon exclusive episodes. Myself and Joe are going through all the DC films through the years, over 30 pieces of content up there for the patrons. New episode every month. We also have the Marvel Alliance guys doing their Baxter broadcast, going over the 4 Fantastic Four films. They also have 2 shows on the backlog for the patrons as well, Infinity Saga and Tales from the House of X. We also have Joel's Multiverse Minutes, where he's on the 1st and the 15th of every month. He does his Disney deep dives, where he reviews a Disney film, not just reviews it, but gives you fun behind-the-scenes facts, tidbits, all that sort of thing. And Joe, we are just a couple weeks away from your 30-plus days of Halloween. Said it right that time.
Hey.
Instead of making it like Joe's 30 days of torture. Joe reviews 30-plus Halloween films. Some of them are horror films. Some of them are actual Halloween films.
Mm-hmm. I try to mix it up.
And they're really fun. So please check those out. And he's done that last couple of years. So check out the backlog there. We thank everyone that's a patron. If you're not a patron, if you take a quick 30, 60 seconds, rate and review the podcast on your podcast app of choice, it's always greatly appreciated. Helps other people find the shows, and that's always a good thing. Okay, Joe. Iggy. First, hi, Iggy. And Iggy says, what if the Saudis buy WB? You know what? I wouldn't be shocked anymore, Iggy. And if they present a bid to the shareholders, I don't legally they kind of have to accept, like they kind of have to present it to the shareholders, whatever bid. That's kind of what happened to Twitter there.
I mean, I
And there's no
know,
backing out once you make a bid. There's no backing out of said bid without
it's not
ramifications.
in our notes, but
Yeah,
I
I
guess the
saw that
latest
there.
thing is Netflix
Netflix.
is the in the running. So
I left it out, Joe, specifically because I know between now and next week we will get a comprehensive actual article about this
exactly,
at
yeah,
some
oh yeah,
point
yeah.
that I can find and dig some stuff out, like the Wall Street Journal. I don't have an actual subscription to it, but I'm able to find it out and just
You
get the
find stuff,
information.
so you'll be able to get some
More
actual
information
news.
on
Yeah,
actual like what's going on here. But when there's the best thing I can say, when there's blood, when there's smoke, there's fire with this stuff. When there's some and people smell blood in the water. So, like I said a couple years ago, WB is in a really prime position to be WBD to be acquired. So, with their debt ratio that they have is not great. So.
yeah.
We'll just stand by on that, Iggy, until we get to that point. We
Get
have
some more information.
Peacemaker show, the fifth episode of this season. Back to the Suture, which I did chuckle when I saw the title.
I mean, all the titles this season.
I know.
Well,
I just had
all
an extra
titles
smirk
for
for
the
that
show has
one.
been great. So,
Bravo. So, what do you think about this episode, Joe? Before we dive into it,
fun episode. I did enjoy it. It was one of those things where I was like, I guess hoping that it was going to go immediately into the other world because we only have 8 episodes.
Yep, or 9. I thought it was 9 last season.
Was
or
it
am I
9? Well, last season was 9. Maybe this season was supposed to be 10. I honestly don't remember how many we're going to get.
Let me see. We might have a list there. I think you're right, Joe.
8.
Give
It's
the
only
man
8.
give the man the special. And at least there's no breaks. That's the one thing I do enjoy about the
Correct.
streaming services. It's not like when CW, like cliffhanger, and then 4 or 5 weeks until they come back.
Yeah. So, but then again, 8 episodes. We're not getting a ton of filler stuff. Everything we're getting is the story is moving along. This episode, we got a ton of great information in this episode. This thing it moved along really strongly. I liked the very beginning when Peacemaker when Chris is going to meet with Harcourt, and he is like hiding behind everybody because she had given the code word.
Yeah, he knew
it was
what
not
code
safe.
was. Yeah, which I did appreciate.
Yeah, the fact that these guys are still friends, even though she hates his guts because of everything, because of him killing Rick Flag.
She hates herself
Jr.
more than she hates him.
She hates
she
herself,
knows that
yes.
he did what Wilder told him. He's actually a good guy. Would have messed up. Like she knew Al's background. She found out that in season 1.
Yep.
And she realized that he was a good guy, and he just obviously was following orders. And she feels even worse about herself because of what we found out in this season about her past relationship with Rick Flag Jr.
And after season 1, they all became friends. They all like each other.
And you expected the standard they're going to get in a relationship progression from these two, but no, James gone through a little loop in there, and I do appreciate tying it into past, like the Suicide Squad movie.
Works.
Like,
yes.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
Yeah. So no, all that to say that was good. I know we had talked about something off mic earlier in the week, which I guess James Gunn had disputed.
That confirms that anyway from after what we saw in the episode.
Well, but James Gunn disputed that in the official podcast as well.
Okay.
So we don't gotta worry about that. But yeah, other than that, Red Saint Wild, he shows up here. That part was.
Thank you. I almost got as frustrated as I did watching the Justice League Unlimited episode for Animation Nation.
That you covered?
Well, where Superman's like, we got to turn ourselves in when they fire that big gun, and they turn ourselves in the Cadmus and like the police, and he's like, Batman literally says to him like, just if you're feeling guilty, like solve it. Don't sit on the sidelines and let someone else do it. And that's literally what he does. And Batman solves it and goes to the appropriate people and gets him freed. If Batman would have listened to Superman, everyone would have been in jail. No one would have got it solved, and Lex would have taken over. All because Superman felt bad and had turned himself in. It was.
But
what are you doing? What is the decision
Superman? Speaking of, we'll get into it later. Yeah, but the Red State Wild part with Eagly, just see the fact that he was spouting off bullshit about Eagly being the prime eagle, and it actually turned out to be true. Like,
I did
what?
enjoy the giant. I did enjoy the end of that where Eagle he takes him out with the. We'll get into that when we
That was
get there.
cool.
That was
But no,
cool.
other than that, like, I mean, I know we'll get into it fully here in a minute, but like, I thought the episode was really good. It
Same.
it it, it was a lot of fun.
I thought it was enjoyable, Joe. There's a good little emotional payoff at the end, and there's a couple things you can talk about with how some people feel or could feel about that. I enjoyed. There wasn't a whole lot of action. I did enjoy the like you said when he went to see Harcourt first, and I enjoyed Rick Flag's descent and seeing some of the reactions by some of the Argus members to that and what each
Yeah.
one thinks about it. And I didn't even know what one of the characters was. I don't know if there was any hints in the previous episodes, but I didn't know that someone was half cyborg essentially.
So, I mean, we had talked about it when her character
I
got
just didn't
brought
know if
up
they were going to use her
before.
character like the
I
way I thought. I was looking
Same.
for hints, and I didn't see any hints in the first 4 episodes of her being like that.
Correct.
And that's why it took me for a
So the
loop.
fact that
And
it just kind of got dropped in our lap. Now it's not what I thought it was going to be. She is just a cyborg, which I'm fine with it. But I was kind of hoping for like little sprinkles of other, DC elements in here. But James Gunn doesn't have to do that. He's literally just being like, all right, no, she's just a cyborg. Here we go. Have fun.
I would love to see Captain Atom or something in like the multiverse world that he's going in. Like that's a character that I
Honestly,
was
we
always
the best chance of getting a Captain Atom might be, and this is
just
just me
because I
pulling
think
something out of my
that
ass.
Charleston he came from
It
Charleston Comics
yes,
as well, right?
it
The
might
original,
be in Blue Beetle
yeah.
because Blue Beetle was originally a
Could you
Charleston
see?
comic.
Because there are rumors too that Blue Beetle is in this show. Could we see like?
Allegedly,
Could we see more like the Charleston characters that DC took over in this? That could be a
that'd be
possibility.
kind of cool.
I'm thinking about that now. So again, there's a lot of possibilities. We'll jump into the episode after we take our first ad break of the evening. Listeners, we're an ad support network. We don't pick the ads of the volume. We're going to do a quick 3K to adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Okay, Joe, let's jump into this episode now. So we see the funeral for Rick Flag Jr., and we see Rick Flag Sr. immediately asking for the files right away. And she won't give a name,
Because
but
you
she
can't.
does. But she does promise that in the like after it's all over with, like after the funeral and everything, she's going to get the person that's responsible. What do you think about this interaction between the two of them?
Knowing what we know from the season so far, it fits. It works out. Um, yeah, no, it was fine. I was okay with it.
Yeah, and again, I liked it. I liked the little bit. It just shows what kind of place that Rick Flag thinks Harcourt's in, and she uses that to her advantage throughout this entire episode. So she's in the park waiting for Chris as we were set up in the previous episode with all the Argus agents there. Rick Flag Senior, uh, Judo Master's up there with the sniper. LaFleur is there as well, and uh, Peacemaker,
I
like Joe said in the lead up, is hiding behind all kinds of people as he shows up. First, Harcourt's sitting there like he's not dumb enough to show up. Like he's not going to show up. I gave the code, and he shows up, and
Yep.
she sees it, and he's just hiding behind people as the snipers. The judo master's trying to snipe him, and just doesn't give him a chance. I did
Can't get a
really
shot.
enjoy
Yeah,
that. Really
yeah,
enjoyed
it was
that.
good.
He was even kicking the soccer ball. He goes to hug somebody at one point, like hey. So he gets there and just talks to Harcourt. He knew that she was telling him it wasn't safe. He didn't care. He wanted to ask her.
He needed this question asked. He needed to know if there was any actual connection between them.
Did she like that night they spent together? Was it a mistake? And she says yes, essentially to try to get him to leave. It
Yeah.
looks like, and then they come to attack him. He takes down a few of the Argus people, and he has one with a gun holding them. And I can't remember her name now. Boudreaux,
Bordeaux.
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 Bordeaux comes in, and this is when we find out that she's a cyborg, and her eye lights up, and she like zooms in, gets this perfect shot, and she's like, "I can take him out right now." And before she does that, Harcourt engages and takes him out and chokes him out so that he can't be shot.
Yeah.
And Rick Flag thinks it's awesome. Like, this is like she used to be. What do you think about that whole action scene, Joe, and her improvising on the fly there?
Well, considering we get an answer to that later on in the episode, yes, this scene was awesome. Just because it does, we already knew Harcourt was a badass. We saw that last season. We saw that this season already. It was awesome. It was cool.
I'm enjoying her action scenes in this show as well. So Chris is captured. He's in custody, and they do not book him, Joe, so they can ask him some questions.
Well, Rick Flag specifically doesn't want to book him.
Yeah, so Rick
For
Flag
reasons.
tells LaFleur and Bordeaux to leave, and he has a chat with Peacemaker, aka his fists have a chat with Chris's face. And he does quite a bit of damage. And Harcourt thinks on her feet, tells John reluctantly, very reluctantly, he agrees to book Chris, which he does, and that results in Rick Flag having to let him go because he didn't want him to go to authorities or anything, all beat up. So I really enjoyed that, and I did enjoy John complaining, but he always does the right thing, even if he complains.
Yeah, John's one of those guys who you can rely on. You know, he is one of those guys where no matter what, he gets the job done.
I swear to God, if he gets killed, I'm going to be so disappointed. Like, I absolutely love him as a character. I'm sorry. Like, James Gunn's going to do something like that, punch me in the gut. I know he is. Like, everybody got out unscathed last season, Joe. Like,
barely.
Yeah, no, they're all fine.
They're alive.
Yeah.
They go. They seem to be fine. Harcourt was in a coma for like 3 days.
Yeah, everybody seems to be fine now. So, all things considered, what they went up against. So, I don't know. I'm just going back. We're in the woods at this point, and like Joe said earlier, Red Saint Wild is hunting Eagly. I love how he injects a field mouse, with poison. And Eagly's gonna eat it, and then a fox comes and takes it. Eagly chases the fox, and then the fox eats it defiantly in front of Eagly, and then dies. And Eagly realizes what's going on then, and this is when it's no longer a game anymore, Joe. It's turned into, oh, you're actually coming after me? Let me show you what I do to everyone that comes after me. And Eagly sets a trap for Red Saint Wild. A second eagle comes in and knocks him over. And then all the Eagles show up, Joe. What do you think about this turn of events and the demise of Red Saint Wild?
This was a glorious scene because, like we get an eagle flying around. We get a couple eagles starting to attack him. And it's just like, wait, hold on. How is this possible? And then all of a sudden there's just so many eagles that swarm him. And I'm like, holy shit. That can't be right. He can't actually be the prime eagle.
And Eagle shows up, and he does the thing and makes it look like he has powers, like he's the prime eagle. And he goes to attack Red St. George, and then he goes to stab Eagly. Then all the other eagles come in, knock down the knife, and they all peck him to death. And Eagly shows up just right after to Chris with his finger. He's like, I'm gonna pretend that you found that.
Yep.
Oh, I love that. So Abadiah gives Chris a ride home. He just said he needs some time to relax to himself, but that's not at all what he's doing, Joe. He's leaving. Judo Master follows him at the same time, though, at Rick Flag's behest, and he writes a letter to his crew and opens. I think he even gives. Does he even send? He sends a text to Abadiah. That's how she turns around.
Yeah. So what it was is obviously Adebayo and Adrian
are leaving.
Vigilante were at the cabin waiting for him. Well, they went to go pick him up from the police station.
Yeah.
Dropped him back off at the cabin.
They wanted to stay. He said no. I just want some time by myself.
Right. So correct. So he they left. He wrote that note, opened up the portal, set the note with the set the note after he opened the portal and closed the door whatever. And then sent text to her, and she realized what he was doing, and she turned around.
And at the same time, Judo Master comes into the cabin, sees what's going on, uh, writes down the note that he found it as well, and then runs into the universe with him. And as Abigail and Adrian show up, the door closes, and he's stuck in there. They grab the little thing that opens up the portal, and they take off.
Yep.
They go to let Economist and Harcourt know. They all read the letter together. He says basically that he can't find redemption here. He doesn't know if he's real. He's going to go to another universe and start anew with his brother and his father and be the best brother and son that he can be. And he's going to say yes to Harcourt and be with her.
So 2 things of note here. First off, when he gets over to the other universe, the other dimension, immediately they go off to fight a big kaiju.
Which is in the notes there. This is the same type of kaiju that was in Superman.
Yep. That was awesome.
And they kill him here. The top trio kills murderous kaiju.
The second thing to note, Peacemaker's a dick to Vigilante.
Oh, yes. Okay, I'm glad we talked about that. I think this could go a way of sending Vigilante against Peacemaker at some point, because he was the only one not mentioned in the letter.
Right.
And he's crying the most. And you're like...
Well, because Adrian, like, he is... This entire... Both last season and this season, he's said Peacemaker is his best friend.
Yeah.
And Peacemaker
doesn't even acknowledge his existence.
Especially this season. And Peacemaker, like Chris has been saying numerous times, that Adrian is probably like his 3rd or 4th best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he definitely has Adebayo his best friend.
Well, she's titled bestie.
Over
he
Adrian.
says bestie to her. Or
exactly. So like, he definitely has Adrian like bottom of the list when it comes
lower
to
than
friends.
John. He even says hi, John, to him when he's walking in.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know him. I don't know. Like, I barely know him. I don't know why he's doing that.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Vigilante by the end may turn against Chris.
That's what I'm thinking. Or that could be season 3.
Maybe. I mean, he probably won't, because Adrian is just kind of a simple fool.
Yeah.
But man, he's just a complete
usually
dick
just
to Adrian.
like one apology and Adrian will be right back in.
Exactly.
Yeah. And we're not like Adrian's not supposed to be the greatest character either. Like I
don't know, man.
Killed some people. I just meant like morally.
Oh yeah, morally. No, he's a
morally. So
douche.
yeah,
but he's. I mean, I love his character though. Like he's a great in the show.
The one thing I'm over with is
all the facts.
Like, yeah,
he knows all these facts about things that he doesn't actually know about.
No, I'm over that. But
ask me about the stingray. Ask me about the stingray facts.
How many stingrays will it take for you to shut up?
4, 5.
Yeah, really, really fun episode. They say that they're going to go and find Chris, and that's where we end this episode, Joe. Yep. I really enjoyed it. The trailer is only like 20, 30 seconds for next week. I'm excited for that as well. But that's about it for Peacemaker. We'll take one final ad break before we do the news and the Smallville Retro recap and get out of here. Listeners, we're an ad-supported network. Pick the ads or the volume. Going to do a quick 3 count to adjust your volume, and we'll be right back in 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Okay, Joe. One other thing, there's a bit of hubbub going around about Peacemaker. Do you think it's too slow? Do you think like things aren't happening enough? Like, I didn't like the 30-minute runtime, like 33-minute runtime. I wanted something a bit better than that.
Yeah, I was in the middle of recording last night when everybody was like, "Oh, I've seen Peacemaker. I've seen Peacemaker." I'm like, "God damn, I'm not even done with recording my show here. What are you guys doing?"
I was like,
but this is no different than like, say, the Marvel shows.
Yeah,
the runtimes have been varying.
Makes me appreciate the Penguin just a tad more. That they were so consistent in their.
Because that was an HBO show, not an HBO Max show.
Yeah, I know.
I would say I would like for what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. I literally just left my mind. Go ahead, continue on.
Hoping for a good final 3 episodes. I think that's what Joe was thinking.
Sure, we'll go with that.
We got a Warner Brothers featured slate to be released theatrically in Japan by Toho Toawa Oh, geez, a giant ad for morning news just came up at the same time. Groot beginning 2026. So Warner Brothers Motion Picture has entered into a licensing agreement with Japan's Towa Group, which will see the latter Towa Pictures subsidiary handle the theatrical distribution of Warner Brothers' slate of Hollywood features in Japan. This multi-year pact begins in 2026, kicking off with Emerald Fennell's Wuthering Heights. The deal effectively means that Warner's theatrical distribution apparatus in Japan will be dismantled, with current team members who support marketing and distribution transitioning responsibilities. Okay, so there's not going to be any Warner Brothers Japan. The shift to a sub-distribution model in Japan, a market, has become more challenging for Hollywood to navigate over the past few years. You could probably see the same thing happening in China. This approach is designed to allow Warner Brothers to reallocate resources more efficiently, blah, blah, blah. This is basically code for, we don't have a whole lot of money, so we're going to make sure we consult with these guys before we decide what movies we're going to have release in Japan. So they might affect DC films down the line, is my thought. I'm assuming all the DC films will be released in Japan. So I don't know how much of an issue it is, but with what do you call it? With WBD potentially getting taken over, it might be something to just keep an eye out for.
Yeah.
There was a thing about the Korean films being released in Korea too, like The Huntress and something else, I thought. But that was a while ago.
Yeah.
So, Joe, we got some questions that were answered by James Gunn, some fun ones that I snagged out. Someone said, after adapting numerous animal characters like Rocket, Cosmo, and Eagly, what are the chances we get Detective Chimp in the DCU? He's a character I've been lobbying to see for a long time. James Gunn said, Drew Goddard has begged me for this. I told him if he wants him, he has to write him.
Has to write him?
Yeah.
Write.
The script.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant write James Gunn himself.
No, I think you just meant the script.
Okay.
Again, I would love to see Detective Chimp, but I don't know. I hope we don't see him in a hilarious thing. And to go back on my thing, someone asked him, will we see more charlatan characters like the original Blue Beetle or Captain Atom, or The Question in your new DCU? I really enjoyed Superman, Peacemaker, and Creature Commando. You're doing an awesome job. And he said, you might be in luck. So
yeah.
Who knows when, but
yeah, I saw that one the other day. That's, again, I would love that. The fact that Gunn is, one, grabbing a bunch of obscure characters, two, grabbing a bunch of obscure things and making people just, I remember we had talked about the thing we had talked about off mic last week in our chat. Like, that's something that I had seen in a TikTok that my girlfriend sent me. That's discussions that we would not have had in the last universe.
No, not at all.
So the fact that that's even a possibility now is amazing. You know?
And again, like, you think about it, Captain Atom seems like a perfect hero that you could see in some other project that
he could easily show up in a Superman book or a Superman movie. Yeah.
For sure. And or even some big Justice League thing as something that the government's using. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he has been known to be loyal to the government in the
Oh yeah, he's definitely a government man. Well, he was a government man. Like, he was Air Force. Now
we have a couple comments from Matt Reeves. First, he says that his Batman universe will be DC Elseworlds. Hear him try to say that was hilarious in the YouTube clip. But he's also open to directing a DCU film in the future.
Cool.
I like that. I hope that he stays just with his own thing. I hope Batman doesn't come over. I hope Pattinson. Hope we get a different Batman. And the final thing here from him, Matt Reeves says the Batman 2 will take Batman's character in a unexpected direction. The things that this film does for his character, for Batman and Bruce, I think this has never been done before in this way. I'm already 100% in. I wonder if he gets will we see his parents not being good? I'm more into that and stuff. I don't know. But it's Bruce too. I can't wait to see it, Joe. I'm just glad it's happening. So a positive thing, but even with Matt Reeves, the Penguin won 9 Emmys, including Falcone's the performance of Sophia Falcone from Kristen Milotti. There was Best
That's
Actress,
awesome.
Best Score, Best Makeup, Best Costumes, Best Hairstyling, Best Sound Mixing, Best Sound Editing, Best Prosthetic Makeup, Best Visual Effects.
Penguin's
Kind of
awesome.
wish
Like it's worth it.
Best Actor. I will say you got robbed for
Yeah.
last year. I will say Colin Farrell, you got robbed. Uh, Matt Reeves also confirms that Kristen Milotti will not return as Sophia Falcone in the Batman 2. He said they were way too far in the writing process when Lauren LaFranc did what she did with this character. He said you could see her down the line after that, but not in the Batman Part 2. So at least he's making at least you won't have expectations of seeing her, and then she won't be in it. So
That's good. Yeah,
let
us know up front. That way, we're not sitting there waiting.
Joe, Superman is on HBO Max now.
I know. I watched it today at work.
HBO Max has also launched an in-app Superman takeover featuring a Daily Planet homepage redesign, a Fortress of Solitude fan hub, and hidden portals that transport users to I'm saying losers because I secretly wish I could have it, but we don't have HBO Max here. Hidden portals that transport users to Lex Luthor's pocket prison for an immersive experience.
Fun.
So Joe will check that out and let us know about the immersive experience.
Sure. Yes, of course I will.
Don't get stuck in that prison too long, Joe.
Well, you know.
And finally, here, the Wayne Community Center has been spotted on the set of Clayface. DCU. So.
Yep. There we go. Forces of Solitude collection. Browse collection.
So. Finally, is our Smallville retro recap before we get out of here. Season 7, episode 9, I think. No, 8. 8. Sorry, Blue.
Yeah.
We've seen too much of these different kryptonites and stuff too. It's just.
Yeah, I forgot what the blue kryptonite did.
Yeah, I did too, Joe.
And then they put it on there. Like, oh yeah, it drains his powers.
Yeah.
That's cool. And yet, then magically it comes off by the end. How?
Yeah, of course.
I don't know.
No explanation. This is I don't know.
It was cool. It was cool to see Helen Slater again. She's always a blast to see in any Superman project. So that was cool. It is one of those interesting things that literally everybody but Jor-El can get a body. It can always come back. Literally. I know Lionel is his vessel because they talked about that, but it's he can't come back. Jor-El just can't come back.
No. Whatever. And again, there's a little bit there that I enjoy, but Lex Luthor controlling Grant a little bit.
So when they were talking, I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is Julian.
Yes.
I think this is Julian. And then they reveal that is Julian. Oh, yeah, I remember that dumbass storyline.
Yeah.
What do you mean he's dead? They brought him back 2 seasons ago.
The guy, the number one of those 2 Vampire Diaries guys from that show that Allison likes. He was a guy in an episode.
The episode's
was
here.
Titled Julian.
We saw him.
The episode's titled Julian.
And then he left. What are you doing?
Did his quota get up too high? I don't think at that point. So yeah, it's just Clara disappears at the end.
Yeah, I forgot about that. She's not gone for very long, right?
No, she's not.
I think she's gone long enough because obviously the punishment here at the end of this episode for Clark is he gets stuck in the fortress, and this is where Bizarro comes in.
Yeah.
So Bizarro's in the next episode.
Yeah. So, and nobody can find out, and that's kind of the emphasis of why Clark loses. Only one person really can tell the difference, and that's Lois.
Yeah.
And that means
the fact that Lois is the only one that knows.
So, Joe, that wraps up a very
short episode.
A short episode and a dull episode of Smallville. So, a fun episode of Peacemaker, though, and we are super excited for next week's episode. This is one of the ones that the critics and stuff didn't get access to the final 3 episodes. So I'm excited for that, Joe.
Same.
We'll have a fun episode next week. I look forward to it, listeners. Hopefully, there's more news for a longer episode. We'll be back next week with more Peacemaker goodness. Until then, see you, everyone.
Bye, y'all.